All right, hello everyone. Welcome to another Eagle 7 mock draft today. I'm gonna be doing another Eagle one today for sure. If I have time, I may do another Lions one. My Lions one got a lot of views, which is not all about the views, but if people are taking their time out of their day to watch my stuff, why not give the people what they want? The other thing, if you're a fan of another team, let me know. I'll do a 7 mock draft of your team. So we're gonna get it started today. Eagle mock draft. I Now the cool thing that I learned last time was during the draft I actually can adjust the speeds. So for example, in like rounds 2 through 7, it's just gonna be on turbo because I'm really not gonna trade up much. But for the earlier part, I'm gonna let it be on slow and see what happens. So let's see. At this point, Jalen Carter's off the board. I think at this point, if you look at the mock, Anderson, Carter, and Tyree Wilson is the ideal three to trade up for. They're already all gone. I'm not looking to move up here. And this board sucks, to be honest with you. Um, I would like to move down. Yep, I want to move down. So the 6 teams that are interested is Washington, Detroit, Seattle, Minnesota, Atlanta, and Cleveland. I think Detroit I could do because I could try to get 55. What if I do something like this? So I get 50. What I want 48 though, so we'll see. We did get it accepted. I didn't like my board there, and personally, as an Eagle fan, I do not want to reach on any players. Um, the 5 players that I would take at pick 10 is Will Anderson Jr., Jalen Carter, Devin Witherspoon, Tyree Wilson, Paris Johnson, and also Miles Murphy. But I think I can get Miles Murphy a little bit later on. So let's see what happens. The receivers start going off the board. Joey Porter of the Jets kind of sucks. So, all right, pick 18 here for the Eagles. So, a lot of people like to take Brian Branch for Philly. I do not like Brian Branch. I view him more as a slot corner in the NFL. I know you can have him at safety. I just don't think he's aggressive enough to play safety in the NFL. Another pick is Kalijah Cansey, which I don't mind. It's just with Milton Williams already on the team, we kind of already we need a little more size at defensive tackle. Another player is Brian Brzee that I'm a little interested in. Um, cool stats here. I want to watch a North Carolina game of his because usually when I watch tape, I like to look at one terrible performance that he and see okay what can you improve on, and one not so or one good or great performance. I need to see how the North Carolina game went for him. Um, but with that being said, I don't think I'm going to take defensive tackle here. I actually wouldn't mind trading back again. I just I don't have any options to trade back. So if I have to make the pick here, Dalton Kincaid and 12 personnel intrigues me. Mm. But Dallas Goedert's still pretty young. I don't think I can take Kincaid at 18. So this is a tough one. Why not? I don't love taking running backs early. I just didn't feel comfortable taking anything else at that point, and getting Bijan before maybe Dallas can is something I'm intrigued with. So you may be wondering why I'm looking to trade up with Cincinnati. It's something that I want to look into, see if there's maybe a potential possibility. Uh, this would be fair compensation. I know I'm going to resume. Darn it. Damn it. I wanted to move up to 28 to get Kalijah Cansey. Even though he's also undersized, he is worth the 28th overall pick. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But what's not a bummer is we can trade back. And that's what I'm going to do because I do not like our board. So I kind of am interested in a Miami trade. So no, I'm not doing Miami. What I was gonna do was do like the Baltimore Raven draft trade we made in 2018 to get another two. But we already have two twos next year. I'm not gonna add to that. So what about Tennessee? Could we get 147 and 186? I'll even give you 248 as well. And I want a third next year. I think that's fair. We get good compensation back and a third round pick next year, which is super, super, super beneficial with the round. Okay, I'm going to turn up the speed a little bit. So took Bijan at 18. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't want to give you the same mock draft every time. And no, I'm not taking Garrett Williams for the 10th straight Eagles 7-round mock draft. But at pick 41 here, one guy that I'm actually really high on, if he's still here, I'm going to take him. It's Tuli Tuipulotu. There he is. I'm going to take him, and here's why. He can play inside or outside at the edge rusher position. I think he can be our next Brandon Graham. I think that especially if we play 3-4, I honestly think he would fit well inside in the 3-4. And if we go into 4-3, he could play on the outside. All right, pick 48 here. Antonio Johnson's a guy I'm super, super high on. My only other concern. Cody Mauch is really still on the board. They really need to update Cody Mauch's grade because I think he's going in the first round. I'm going to take Antonio Johnson though, and Darnell Washington would have been a good pick for Philly at 62 if he was still there. I really am interested in Cody Mauch. Darn it, Cody Mauch to Dallas. He was my plan. I was looking to maybe trade up. Dallas. What? You already know my thoughts on the Cowboys as an Eagle fan, so I'm not going to continue with that. Not happy about this pick. Yikes. So we got our running back position done with. I don't mind Tucker Kraft. I think of him. Actually, let me check while I'm talking about this. What grade do I have on Tucker Kraft again? I have it honestly all on my phone, my grades, like on my notes when I watch tape. Tucker Kraft is a early third round grade for me. Okay. So I actually am a little comfortable with taking him here. But why not see if we can maybe trade back? I actually think we do have a potential trade back option with Cleveland, where we move back 12 spots, give them 219, plus we get 126 and 140. Sure. Even though I think I'm winning most of these trades, Howie Roseman does win a lot of trades, so I really can't say anything about that. Me winning too many trades. All right, pick 74. I think Tucker Kraft is a fair pick here, unless if there's a better tight end option available. Does not look like it. I think Tucker Kraft will fit very, very well in our offense. Dallas Goedert gets, it's kind of weird. As I'm more of a North Dakota State guy, that we have two South Dakota State tight ends, but that's just how the ball rolled. So Garrett Williams is still on the board at 94. And I said I'm not taking Garrett Williams, but it would be stupid for me not to here. Oh, Tyjae, no. I'm not getting tempted by Tyjae Spears. Not looking that way. I really said I'm not taking Garrett Williams, but I wouldn't I be stupid not to here? I'm not. I'm taking Garrett Williams. I have a second-round grade on him. I think he would be a very good corner for the Eagles. Not going to start right away, but when Greedy Williams is out of here, Darius Slay and James Brad are getting older. Plus, he could also play safety as well. Pick 126. I do agree for our needs that maybe looking at a receiver wouldn't be a terrible option. Ezio Vaz, I need to get his pronunciation on point. I have a third round grade on him. Happy with his tape. Pukanuka is another guy here a lot of people like. I'm also super high on Charlie Jones. I think all those Purdue receivers are pretty solid. I wish we had like a who you picked. Like honestly, I love the Giraffe Network. It's just their thing is just all that beta testing, and their new one's not really that impressive, to be honest with you. But they had like a spot where you could see, who you picked, which would be convenient in this situation. But after scrolling, seeing who we picked, let's see how the offensive line board looks as well. I'm going to go Andrew Voorhees. There's a lot of hype in the Eagles room for Andrew at this point. I know he tore his ACL. I know he's older, but he is a solid football player. And when he's healthy, he can be a rotational offensive lineman in the fourth round. Pick 140 something, 140. We already took corner. I'm not looking that way. How is the receiver board? Ezio Vaz is still here. I'm taking him. I think he can compete with Quez to be our starting or number 3 receiver. Pick 147. I'm a little interested in a quarterback. I think Jake Haener would make a lot of sense. A lot of people are saying, well, wait a minute, you signed Marcus Mariota. Mariota's on a 1-year deal, and he's not going to be with the team much longer. A lot of people want Dorian Thompson-Robinson because of his athleticism, but I think Jake Haener is just a better overall player. I think, taking him in the 5th round, this is nothing's going to happen to Jalen Hurts, but Jake Haener is going to be a very good backup quarterback in the NFL, right? And, I think that Jaron Hall would be a good pick for Philadelphia as well. But I think Jake Haener, I was high on him last year at Fresno State. I think he's going to be a guy that kind of little like Case Keenum. But here's the thing. We saw in the Super Bowl with Nick Foles that backup quarterback position is valuable. Final pick in the draft. Who do I want to go with? I want to go with maybe another backup offensive lineman. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Andrews, the center from Troy. I was kind of actually pretty impressed with his combine. He wasn't, Anthony Bradford and Connor Galvin are my 2 super impressive guys at the combine for me, but I thought Andrews did perform pretty well. Especially, if you think about our offensive line room right now, if losing Isaac Seumalo, having Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, potentially Andrew Voorhees, and now Andrews, who can play center when Kelsey retires, is super, super, super beneficial in my eyes. So let's see how PFF thinks my mock draft is. I'm going to say I'm going to get like a C+. I think it's not a bad draft. Okay, took you long enough. Yikes. B+ is not terrible. They think Garrett Williams and Antonio Johnson are my best picks. Hey, not like the Bijan pick. I thought Tuli Apoltu was a good pick. Bring in Tucker Kraft, Garrett Williams, Voorhees, Ezio Vaz, Haener, and Jake Andrews. But thank you all very much for watching, Eagles fans. Definitely going to try to do maybe 2 of these a week. What I'm going to do, though, too, is I'm going to go back in my videos and see how the Eagles' actual draft lined up to my mock drafts and just see if I may actually be Howie Roseman in disguise. Thank you very much all for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.